Right, so here we go, guys. So how do we do this? Question is, how are we going to sort of arrange your 2-point perspective? So what I would suggest is the following, is go into your EGD textbooks, go measure the difference, the distances between horizon lines and picture planes as well as ground lines. Go and take a 2-point perspective that you think gives a really nice perspective. Maybe not on one, maybe not on one of the houses, but I think you guys did like a bra place or a little pool at one stage. So maybe go have a look at what the setup of that and the measurements between your ground line and your horizon line and picture plane were. But what I did in order to do my 2-point perspective, which like I said to you, it doesn't get the perspective I want. I went to my floor plan over here, right? I obviously made a copy of this floor plan, took it to the side, and then I reduced that to the scale I liked. So I really went like crazy on the scale. It was like 0.000, I don't know what it was, until such time as it fit this. So you can see that I've tweaked this obviously, but literally this was the scale. And all I did was empty it of all its detail. So I took my original kitchen, scaled it down, probably going to be 1:150, something really ridiculous. Then get rid of all the information, get rid of the fixtures, the plumbing fixtures, get rid of your electrical fixtures, get rid of your hatching, etc., etc. You can also see that I cut away parts of the kitchen here, where the fridge would go and all that, just to possibly get a better perspective, get a better view of the kitchen. So take away some material, because I didn't want the wall over here getting in the way of some of the fixtures in the kitchen, right? So you tilt it 60-30 according to the way you want to view it. So obviously you can see here, my angle over on this side here is 60 degrees, and obviously my angle over here is 30 degrees. So you tilt according to that, and thereafter, really, you're going to go put your station point. You'll see my station point would have been somewhere down here, hidden behind this bubble, which you must include at the end. You need to get a circle around. You need to sort of encirculate that 2-point perspective and go in and highlight and delete all those lines, because on CAD, obviously, everything is just, you can't see it. So you need to do that so that it obviously allows your 2-point perspective to stand out. Now you decide obviously where your vanishing points are going to be, determined by where your station point is going to be, because we work out our vanishing points from our station point. So if our station point is over here, obviously, let's just say for argument's sake, my station point was there, where my mouse is now, my cursor. Obviously, it's going to be 60 degrees, cutting the horizontal plane over there, and from the same point, 30 degrees to cut the horizontal plane there for the right and left vanishing points respectively. Are you with me, guys? Okay. So really, again, then it comes down to your own desire. How far do you want the horizon line above the ground line? Now, what I haven't said to you, well, you'll know this already, but I haven't gone into this much detail. Again, these borders here are set to A3. So I'm actually working on an A3, fully scaled down to A3 here. Are you with me? So any measurement from here to here, from the ground line to the horizon line, is relevant for an A3 page. Does that make sense? Okay. And then your elevation, I think that's quite simple. This is not the elevation that you see over here, because that's the cutting plane elevation. For this purpose here, I've given the elevation. I haven't even given a north point here. But you'll obviously see that elevation here looks in this direction towards this window over here, which is this window over here. All right, you can obviously have if you want to, let's just for argument's sake say that's a north elevation of the kitchen wall from the inside, and maybe this is a west, whatever. You can add another elevation if you want to. Does that make sense, guys? So what you could do is you could take this here, and you could add that as an elevation on this side as well. I just needed one, because all the details there for me. You with me? So anything that's cut out over here, as in terms of my renovation, the width, the height dimensions are over here. Understood? Yes, no? Good, right. Then again, these dimensions are entirely up to you. You just make that as high as you think you need it to get a nice 2-point perspective. So what I could have done here is made this higher, but then obviously the kitchen cupboards as well as the window there needs to increase with that scale. Okay, well, yeah. No, sorry, my bad. Let me say that again. This scale over here, this scale here, the widths over here have to line up with the the width of the scale at the top, sorry. So that distance over there, that distance from there to there is the same distance from there to there. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
How do you put your circle in?
How do I put my circle in? Good question. How do I do my circle? Quite simple. Go to circle, and then I would go to the middle of the drawing. I don't know. I think mine was about there. So let's just go to the side here. Let's just say that there's my 2-point perspective over here. I click there, and I just go around till I've incorporated my 2-point perspective. And then you'll have all those lines in there. And then the trick is to trim them. But what you must do when you trim them is don't do a square. Do the whole moving. It's not doing it now. Hold on a second. So what you'll do is you do your whole selection like this. You'll find you get a better selection of all the lines because you're able to move within the circular motion and grab your lines and then delete. Okay.
Is there controls there in case you accidentally?
Yeah. You can. And then there's the arrow to undo over here. Okay, so if you do make an error. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, what you need to know for now. But you can carry on asking these questions as you go along. All right. Awesome.